Happy Monday, Believe Nation. Happy Monday. Monday is my mentoring day, so I spend the day mentoring my team. This is a bonkers Monday, just nonstop. I'm liking it though. I'm liking it. Grateful to have so many. We've brought some new people on the team, and so I'm meeting them, mentoring them, training them. It's very exciting. It's very exciting. You know, when you get somebody who you believe in and you bring them on, and you see the impact and you see the growth. It's just super fulfilling if you love people. Anyway, we're here to chat with you guys. Here in the chat, let's bring her in, see what she's got. Stacy,
Hi.
how are we doing?
Good. How are you? I didn't realize it would get on so fast. How are you?
Great. What's the picture behind you there?
Oh, it's like a Jamaican guy catching fish in
Is that a
Jamaica.
lobster or what is he? It's a fish?
I think it's a lobster, actually.
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
lobster. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I'll have to find out who
Cool.
made it. It's kind of at least famous in my family.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, thank you.
So what do you got?
I
How
try
can I
to
help?
meet. So my biggest question is that, I guess I get like very excited about helping people, and so I always come up with new ideas all the time. So I have
Okay.
sort of two movements, and I wanted to get
Okay.
your thoughts on like, I guess someone starting out, I guess we should focus on one movement at a time, right? I guess
Maybe.
for the most part.
What
So
are the two? What do you got going on?
So for the first one is directly tied to my business. It's about I have a lot of clients that every time I bring on a new person, they're like, "Oh, I need you because I'm not a creative person," and I basically make them videos, and I make them like a whole strategy
Okay.
for kind of how to really connect with their audience and build their
Okay.
authority using video. So
Okay.
that's always the first thing I've told. So I started doing, just on my Instagram anyway, just really kind of helping people with just new ways to think about creativity and to know that they're creatives as well.
Okay.
So it's really just like I guess, like a movement around that and just kind of helping people to realize their own potential.
Okay.
I don't want to lose clients, but, I want to help people to understand that about
Yeah,
themselves.
yeah.
And
And
then
your business is video editing,
yes,
video
yeah, video
creation.
editing, yeah, producing everything. I do it with media companies too, but also like I'm helping out a
Business
lot of
owners.
small business, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
small
perfect.
businesses now
Okay.
because they need the help right now with COVID.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, so I've been helping with that. And the second thing I do, which I just wanted to help out with in general, is I started this letter project, and so it's about help like people just writing letters to kind of express how they're living and feeling in this new COVID world. And they could submit their letters to directly to the blog and to the project. It's separate from my business, but it's just a separate movement or a separate thing or a community service I wanted to do for the greater community. And it's just for people to submit letters to whoever they wanted, like their family, friends, whomever, and it's really just about expressing how they feel right now and what they're going through and how their life has changed since COVID. So it's actually had a little bit of taking off, which is good. We've had like quite a few letter submissions, but then as more letters come in, the more I'm like, and I'm not, making money off of this, so I can't hire a VA or anything. But I really feel good about posting them and sharing it with people, and people tend to like it, and they really tend to enjoy the whole letter writing process and experience, and then it builds like a sense of community and healing. So I like
Hmm.
that, but it's not a money generating thing at all for me. It's just something I really
Sure.
like to do just purely out of passion and for helping others. So that's the
Do,
thing with me is I come up with ideas all the time, and then I'll do them, and then I'm like, oh my God, this will help people, and then I get excited about it, and the next thing you know, I have no bandwidth to do it. But I don't want to give up one or the other, and obviously I can't give up the creativity thing because that's directly tied to my business and
yeah.
my living. So I don't know. I just wanted your thoughts on that and
Do you
even how
see
to
this?
build out more.
Yeah. Do you see this living beyond COVID?
Yes, for sure.
The letter project.
Yes, because it's all about like our whole life has changed now since March. So
How do you
everything from now on.
how do you explain what you do to clients? Like, what's the pitch?
I tell them that I help them build their audience, get new customers, and build their authority using video, specifically video. So I'm not a social media manager, but I can help you with that with social media. So I help you with like really making like video series around like what you what you do
So what were
and
the three?
provide.
What did gain
Oh,
audience?
yeah, grow your audience. I'm really good at
Okay.
growing audiences,
Mm-hmm.
building your authority, and
Mm-hmm.
um, oh my God, building your authority and getting new customers, which is tied to the first one. But
Sure.
yeah,
I like that. I would
yeah,
just take out the video part.
okay,
Yeah. Because what you are, you're not actually just a video person. You're a creative powerhouse.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what you are. And
yeah,
it's great. Like
hmm
you come up with creative ideas, but you can also execute against them.
hmm
And and your biggest asset to your clients is not just coming up with a video idea, but creative ideas for how they can grow their audience, build their
hmm
authority, and get new customers.
yeah,
It might mean like the letter project is something that a company could potentially launch. I mean, you can keep doing it yourself, of course, but those kinds of like tapping into your weird
hmm
genius creative brain, right?
yeah, yeah.
is really what they're paying for, and you're selling yourself short by just limiting it to I do video.
Oh, I see, I see. Okay,
Because you might give them a project,
yeah,
you might give them an idea. So their goals are that grow an audience, build authority, get new customers. That's your task. You need to help them do that
okay,
through social channels. It doesn't mean you're going to be community managing and you're going to be
yeah,
responding to people's comments.
right,
That's more the like grunt work.
yeah,
And you can maybe, but you can even inside of that, you could inject your creative ideas for how to community manage better.
okay. Oh, okay, yeah, I can.
Like anything that's around creativity and expression is your wheelhouse.
Yes.
Yeah, that's your jam. That's what you love doing. You're great at it, and you can also pull it out of the clients. So it's not just you being creative and expressing, but something tells me that you'd be great at somebody's in front of you and they feel like they're not creative and they don't know how to express themselves. And within like
Mm,
8 minutes of sitting with you, you could pull it out of them
yeah, I do.
and turn
Yeah.
somebody into a creative, expressive person.
hmm
And the best campaigns that you create will be around not just you expressing yourself, but you being the filter for them to express themselves.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And their best campaigns will be them expressing themselves, not it just being your voice. It's them their voice, but you're helping kind of unleash it,
You're right. Okay. I see what you're
right?
saying. Yeah.
So now the goals are still the same. You still want to help people grow their audience, build authority, and get customers. It's not just about throwing a whole bunch of fun stuff up there. You're here to help somebody grow their business.
hmm
How you accomplish that is still going to be mainly through social media, but just expanding the scope of what you're capable of doing instead of just limiting yourself to video editing projects.
Okay. Okay. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so you're the like creative director. You're the for hire creative director for companies, and you'll do some of the ultimately maybe you're not even doing the video editing work down the
Right.
line. That's something you give to somebody else, but you're the creative force behind it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You but for now that's where you are, great, but like longer
That's a
term,
good point.
so anything that involves creativity or expression you should have your hands on, you should have some
hmm
input into. So even something like if you're looking at small business clients, how do they onboard new clients? How do they onboard new clients? What does the customer experience look like when they're bringing a new
Oh.
client in, right? So
hmm
like what is one of your clients, without you don't have to name them, but what do they sell, one of your clients?
They sell um a course for writers.
Great. Course for writers.
Yeah.
So even in the design of that course, what the course looks like, the brand promise with that course, when somebody first
hmm
comes into the course, how are they greeted? How are they trained?
Okay.
What's their experience
Okay.
like? Like you have ideas for all the, as I'm saying them, you're already coming up with ideas like, ooh, like they could be doing this, they could be doing that.
Yeah.
Like
I
it's
can
it's
totally.
all of that is creative work that you
hmm
think you just naturally will do that, where other people will have a heart like, oh, I didn't even think about that. um, So it's not just videos for their Instagram account,
Right. Okay.
right? Like
Yeah.
where, there's a great video interview of Jay-Z, where people, it's good because Jay doesn't do a lot of interviews anymore. And they're asking like, how do you touch so many different businesses? Because they just kind of looked at him as he's a rapper and that's it. But then like, how do you jump to clothing? How do you jump to all these things? And he
Yeah.
said, everything I do is just a part of being creative.
Okay.
I just tap into
Okay.
my creativity. It's all part of the creative process for me.
Hmm.
And I think that's what I see in you, is that your ability to be creative and to express and also to pull that out of other people can be applied to almost any area of a business. And you might have
Okay.
technical skills in video editing, which is great for now, but like the next level up becomes you're a creative director for hire, helping,
Okay.
still with the goal of not just creativity for the sake of creativity, but for the goal of helping them grow their
Yeah. To
audience,
get
build authority,
results.
and get more customers, to get
Yeah.
results. Like in that process of if there's a course on how to be a writer, I'm sure there's lots of creative things that could be added to their process that would
Yeah.
help them sell more, as well as for courses. One of the biggest problems is people don't actually do the course. They bought the course, but they don't ever take the course.
Yeah.
So if they don't take the course, then they can't be a testimonial. They can't refer a new business to you. They're not, in your ongoing ecosystem. So
Yeah.
what are some creative ways that we can get people who bought the course to actually take the course?
Yeah.
Right? And you could add value to that business without, and maybe the answer is make a video, but maybe the answer is something totally outside.
Okay. Yeah.
So reshaping how you think about your business to being the creative director.
Okay.
I help you bring creative ideas and expression so that you can grow your audience, build authority, and get new customers.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So if that's who you are now,
Mm-hmm.
then anything that you are posting, now to your question of like this movement or this movement, which is how we started. Now they fit together under the same thing, because anything that you're going to post to your account is going to be about creativity and about expression.
Yeah.
But you're not limiting yourself to it just being about video for
Right.
businesses.
Right. Okay.
So
Okay.
the letters now become how often are you doing your letters?
3 times a week is when I post them. And then I
Okay.
do like a whole day of marketing and getting new letters submitted.
And how often are you posting to your other account?
To my personal account or to the letters account?
The other account,
The
the personal account.
the personal account I do almost daily. Like my Instagram I do almost daily, my personal Instagram. And then my personal
Yeah.
blog I do like once a week. But then the
Okay.
letters blog, because someone else is writing it, I can do it like 3 to 4 times a week.
So that becomes a series on your channel. So the accounts are merged.
Okay.
You have one account,
Okay.
and you have your post going up almost every day, and then you have either a letter of the week or Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or whatever.
Okay.
That's a series on your channel.
My personal one, you mean?
Yeah, that is like it's just
okay.
you. It's
Okay.
just you.
Okay. Yeah.
Because inside you are multiple movements, are multiple forms of creativity and expression.
I
And
see. Okay.
some things may run their course, like maybe the letters ends in a year,
Mm-hmm.
not because it's not a good idea, but because you've done it, and now it's not exciting anymore. Now maybe it's boring
Then I'll
because
do
it's just the
something.
same thing. Like
Yeah.
creative people don't want to do the same thing for 3
Yeah.
years,
Yeah.
right? But you come
Yeah.
up with some new way to serve, some new idea, and then what it becomes is like, this is part of the problem of why the letters thing is hard to sustain, because it doesn't help grow the business, because there's no monetization attached to it, and you can't
Right.
afford to hire a VA or somebody else, or you're pulling resources from your business to be able to, right? But if it's all
Right.
under one, what this does is all help build your personal
Oh,
brand.
I see. I see. Okay.
You're the person coming up with all these different creative ideas and movements, and they're
Okay.
going to look at, who's this person who's running this thing? Oh, she's a creative
Okay.
director for hire. That's an awesome idea. I want to hire
Oh.
her to create not a letters campaign, but
Right.
something else for my
Right.
business or for my company.
Okay. All right. That's a good idea. I didn't think of that because I always thought, oh, your Instagram should seem focused. But I guess I get what
Well,
you're
but it
saying
is. We're
though.
just expanding what the theme is. Your theme was
Yeah.
video for social media. I think
Yeah.
your theme should be creativity and expression for hire.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
anything that's creative or expression fits under that now,
Got it. Got it. Okay, I love this.
right? So
Oh
you
my
still keep
gosh.
the other part, grow your audience, build authority, get new customers is what you do. Um,
Okay.
Even like maybe I would add a fourth of like customer journey or customer experience. Because
Okay.
I think you could really crush that. Like I think if you spent a day inside of that writer's course onboarding, I think
Hmm.
you could come up with some super creative things that they never thought of that
Okay.
that wouldn't touch video.
Right. Okay.
If you just give
All right,
yourself the
that's a great
freedom
idea.
to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I love
yeah,
this.
and then
Thank
anytime you get a
you.
new idea, a new creation, then it all fits under your brand because that's what you're about. Is now
Yeah.
it gives you the freedom to be more creative and be more expressive because you've limited your own expression
Right.
on your account.
I was. Yeah. I was. All right,
You've
that's
put
a
a
good.
cap. Like I'm only
Right.
allowed to express inside this box,
A video. Yeah.
which is
Okay.
anti like who you are,
What?
right? So
Yeah.
just expand the box to be about creativity and expression, and then now you can do whatever you want.
Okay. Okay. All right. Sweet. I love this.
Yeah,
Can I ask you
yeah,
two more questions? Is that
yeah. Let's
okay?
go.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do I expand my mailing list? Like I've tried posting in Facebook groups and blogs and telling people, and I don't know if that's old school techniques anymore, but and even on my
I think
Instagram, I'm like,
yeah.
hey,
So
sign up and you'll get
inside,
this freebie.
so you're doing that on Instagram. You have a what's the freebie that you're giving people?
So I tell people because I just have a million ideas all the time. So I'm like, hey, if you're ever stuck for ideas, here's like a 30-day prompts for like your social media. And then another one, which was more tied to the video, was how to film yourself and like what to wear, like even colors and color coordination. So it's more the creative side, but also teaching you like the tech of how to build your own videos DIY.
What's the
Um,
most common question you're getting asked by people?
Um, it's like 50-50. That's why I made both. Like people either are stuck for ideas on what to even do or they don't know the tech. So that's why I just wrote both. But
The tech is not your thing, though. I mean, you're good at it, but it's not where you want to be.
yeah, it's not, it's just like a freebie of it makes it easy for them. So it's like, okay, you can just use your phone, but prop your phone up. It's like basic stuff. Yeah. But yeah, the
Yeah,
creative ideas.
yeah. I would like imagine where you want to be, and I would start trying to build that. You don't want to just be the person who's hired for video projects because you
Okay.
know how to shoot video. You're gonna get bored of that. You need to
Okay.
be the creative person. So whatever the most common problems, challenges, questions are around how to be more creative, and
Okay.
then how to tie that into growing your business, building an audience, and getting more customers is something a lot
Yeah.
of people struggle with. Like a lot of entrepreneurs, especially artists, really struggle with how to turn their art into a business.
Okay.
And by art, it's
That's a
not
good
just
point.
like the Jamaican guy holding the lobster behind you, right? Like that's like maybe
Yeah.
fine art, right? But
Yeah.
um, writers are artists.
Yeah.
They just use writing as their art, right? And
Yeah.
so a lot of entrepreneurs are artists, but they struggle with how to actually turn it into a business. So if you're now saying creativity, but I'm gonna help you turn that into something that will help generate money for you and be part of your
Okay.
business, that's something really cool. So
Okay.
um, either either brainstorming around how to be more creative or how to turn creative ideas into a business.
Okay.
I think it's
All
super
right.
valuable and something that's
Okay.
evergreen, right? Something that in a year is still going to be valuable and helpful for people.
Okay. But if I do that, should I do ads or like where do I post it so people know to get it? Like what's the best way?
It starts with your own audience and your own content. So it should be the
Okay.
link in your bio.
Okay.
And then in your posts, you should have a call to action, like in all of your Instagram posts, or the
Yeah.
ones that are the most relevant. You say, hey, if you want to learn how to turn your
Okay.
creativity into dollars or
Okay.
how to add more creativity to your business, check the free guide in my bio.
Okay.
Ads can definitely work. You just need to track it and make sure that it's converting, because you can easily spend money on ads and it goes nowhere.
Right. Right. Okay.
Right. So your
Okay.
best
Yeah.
audience is going to be the people who are already connected to you, following you, loving what you're doing.
Okay.
They come because they heard about this letter project, and then they dive deeper into your world and say, oh, like maybe she could help me with my business, or maybe she can help my friend of mine
Okay.
who's struggling to turn their right. So
Yeah.
for the businesses
Okay.
that are hiring you, do they lack the creativity? Like, why are they bringing you on?
Usually, yeah. I mean, usually it's also they don't know where to start with video. It feels overwhelming to them. So that's usually the case. And then
But
obviously the creative ideas around that is also
video for
overwhelming.
what? For social? Like, I don't know how to
Yeah,
start
for
on social.
social, their websites. Yeah, social and their websites.
Got
So
it.
they never know what to do beyond an about me. So,
So I think something around making creativity practical
okay.
is basically what you do.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I help make creativity business practical.
Okay. I like that. Can I use
Yeah.
that exactly?
Yeah, go for it. It's free.
Okay.
All yours. Because they may not have a lot of creativity, at least for this area of building an audience. But creativity is also a
That's
scary
a
word,
great
because
one.
people will default to thinking,
They,
oh, well, like, just
it's
hire
like,
some
yeah,
artist who doesn't
artist.
because you think business too. It's not just about
Yeah.
people will. A lot of designers, when you work with designers, like, oh, look at how beautiful this is, and they'll spend, weeks on one design. And it's like, well, does it convert? Like, does it?
Right.
It's still gotta
Right.
generate results. Especially if you're talking to business owners who care about, like, that $1,000 they're spending has to pay off, because they don't just have a
Right.
free
Yeah.
money just lying around, right?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so making
Okay.
creativity practical.
I love that.
Um,
Thank you.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So that's what you start creating your content around too, is how to make it so, like, your bonus or your
Okay.
download, you want it to be for ideal customers,
Okay.
of how to make creativity practical in your business. And video could
Okay.
be definitely one of them, but you can look
Okay.
at other ones as well. And
Okay.
then any post that you make that lines up with that, you link up in the. You can't put an actual link in your IG. Well, you can, but it's not clickable. So,
Yeah.
link is in my bio, and then
Okay.
that leads to your landing page to get people on your list.
Okay. Okay, cool. I can do that. And then my last question, and it'll be super quick, is how do you find like speaker opportunities? I've done like Google searches, and then I always find really great conferences that just finished, or their submissions were closed. So how do you find or make a speaking plan so that you can get out,
Yeah,
especially now with virtual speaking,
yeah.
with
So
everything being on?
it's changed a lot, and like, all of my public speaking that where I had to travel for and
Yeah.
everything got canceled, and everybody's kind of now shifting to virtual and trying to figure out how to make that work. Um, One, any list that you have, think of it as a long-term gain too. Like, you want to get to
Hmm.
know them for their next event. You want to build a
Hmm.
relationship. You want to bring value to what they're doing.
Hmm.
Two, any speaking that you've done should be on your accounts.
Oh, okay.
So if
Okay.
you've done any speaking, you should have pictures of them with quotes and videos of you, so that people need to know that you're a speaker as well. If you're
Okay.
not creating and expressing around it, I don't know that you can do it.
Okay.
So
Got it.
even
Okay.
if you look at my IG, once a week, I always post a picture of me speaking.
Okay.
The
Got
picture
it.
might have been
Yeah.
from 2 years ago,
Yeah, but
right?
you
Doesn't mean that
still,
I was just there right now, but it puts in people's head. You see me on
yeah.
stage making some expression, so it plants a seed that, oh, Evan is a speaker.
Okay. Yeah,
If they're
that's
only
true.
looking at your video and only looking at your letters, then they may not think, oh, she's a
Right.
speaker,
Right. Okay,
right?
that makes sense.
And then for any of those events that you have, a lot of times right now, especially too, the events are really last minute. Like, people are they're not planning like a January virtual event for the most part. People are
Right.
like
I've
rushing
noticed
and
that.
scrambling. So it
Yeah.
makes it a little bit harder to go in advance. when things do cool down and we're back to seeing each other in person and all that. TEDx is great. They have events all over the country. So especially if you're willing to travel.
Yeah.
Or where do you live? What state?
Los Angeles, LA.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
You're in
I
LA.
know.
It's not like you're in some tiny little nothing place, right? I mean, sometimes people join from backcountry. You're in LA. Holy cow.
I know, but I always feel like I just missed the event. So that's why.
But it's getting tied in. Like if you just miss them, then you connect with the organizer and you follow them on Instagram and you send them a DM and they get to know you because they all run in similar circles. And they often will put on, first off, that person is probably already planning their next event. And it doesn't mean that it's next year. Like it could be in a month or in 2 months, right? Most event organizers aren't just doing one a year.
Right.
They also know other people in the industry who are running different events.
Okay.
And could potentially put you on. So it's building a relationship with those people, following them, commenting, sending them DMs, being of value, giving them creative ideas for what they could do, and then pitching them on what your topic might be. Okay. And definitely when things open up, I mean, TEDx is the easiest. And you don't even need to leave LA, but I mean, California, there's going to be a bunch.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you could just, TEDx, there's something happening at least every week in California for sure, if not every day. It's crazy. Now, maybe not right now, although a lot of events have moved virtual. So definitely look at TEDx. But then again, if you're doing a Google search, as soon as you find one, then you connect with it won't take you that long. Like you connect with them. You see what future ones they're planning. And if you're on their radar, they refer you to other people who are also organizing events. Okay. But I need to see speaking. Like if who's this person? Just reach out to me. Okay, that's interesting.
Right.
The next thing they're going to do is go to your IG profile.
Right. Okay. So
what's there? If it's just you, the video editor, it's like, oh, why would I have? Are we teaching video edit? Right. So I need to see you, either video, ideally, but also pictures of you looking like you may not have done some giant stage work yet, but even just pictures of you. Yeah. But do you have any photography from that event?
Probably not, but I'll hunt someone down for that. See if we have it. Yeah.
Anything that looks like you're kind of speaking to, even if you can't see the people. Yeah. Right. Or just go to a local church or something where you can borrow the stage for 8 minutes and do like a mock. Make it look like you're just speaking. That's all. Yeah. Well, tap into your creativity. I'm sure you'll find some kind of angle. But yeah, and then you put it with if it's a picture of you speaking, then give me a caption with your thought leadership. Like, what are you good at? What's your message? So that when these people you're connecting with go look at your page, your IG, it's like, oh, okay. She does all this other stuff, but she's also a speaker. Like, I need to see speaking content, or I don't understand why you're reaching out to me.
Okay, got it. Yeah. I can do that for sure.
I know. Yeah, you can do that. You got it.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you
so much.
Church,
like YMCA, old high school. Like, there's got to be some place you can go to just borrow the stage for 5 minutes, take a few shots.
There's a few.
Be animated, like,
Yeah.
And it shows you as a speaker. Now, you're not going to lie and say I spoke at all these events that you haven't spoken at, but it just gives the feeling like, oh, she's a speaker.
Right. I'll have some. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I have small events, so small little LA events that I can share.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. It's great.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Good luck.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay. I'll see you
Monday.
soon. Happy Monday. Thank you for everything.
Bye.
Bye.